Previously on Wine Wars.
Attention.
Topics for discussion, just life on the road, Star Wars.
Wasted Star Wars characters?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If you want to get there,
on Star Wars?
We don't have to.
We can go there at late.
I think Luke Skywalker is the worst character in Star Wars.
Ooh.
Right. So let's
controversial. Coming back to you.
I was just thinking about
Yoda
starting some long discussion.
He awakened Anne Spectator's lady parts when she was about 8.
Tickly.
He awakened your force?
No, I think it was the Fonz. The Fonz awakens. Hey!
Okay, I'm going to start the podcast now.
Wine Wars, the show with 4 friends who love 3 things: wine and Star Wars.
Welcome to Wine Wars. You're joining the 4 of us as we sniff, sip, and talk about wine live from our dining room in Madison, Wisconsin. Tonight I am joined by the Wine Warriors. Jason.
Buongiorno.
Hey, it's Amy.
She's not waiting.
I like how she doesn't wait anymore.
Amy in the house.
Woo! And Scott.
Hey, Anne, how are you?
Hey, real good.
Good.
Real good. And I'm Anne Spectator.
True.
Mm-hmm.
This is true.
We have a very special episode tonight. I feel like I say that a lot, but I mean, we can all agree.
This is a super
Furious nodding.
Special
I
tonight.
mean, you can see all the nodding, right?
Super special evening we have planned for you.
This is
Jason, tell us.
Yeah,
Tell
this
us
is
our
an
special
episode
guest.
of Wine with Rock Stars, and here tonight with us is, well, I always just say, Jamie and the Kents. so is it not Jamie and the Kents, or is it just the Jamie Kent Band, or is it Jamie Kent and the Options? What are we doing these days?
It is Jamie Kent.
Cool.
Take that.
And Jamie is our first repeat guest.
Yes.
I just couldn't get enough. I had to come back.
You may remember him from such episodes as the one where he said, "Okie."
Episode number 17, I believe.
Scott, you should probably slice that in.
Okay. Let's listen back to prior what Jamie had to say previously.
Willamette Valley.
What's-
Willamette Valley.
Nice and soft.
What's the
Willamette
label?
Valley.
I would like to impart that I believe it tastes oaky. Thank you.
What year it is based on whether the tree is still standing.
It's Mother Nature correcting itself.
And I would just like to say that this wine to me really is oaky. I had a pretty interesting thought on this wine.
Hang on a second. I need to adjust my seat.
Yeah, we're listening.
Wow, what is it?
All right, go ahead,
Jamie?
Jamie. Go ahead, Jamie.
What do you think?
You wish.
You know, it's
You wish.
that this had like the subtlest hint of oak. Well, it's interesting. I had an opinion on this wine.
Yeah, what do you got?
Enlighten us.
What do you got there, Jamie?
You know, for this wine, I really feel like it has a peppery nose with an aromatic head, and some kind of cherry undertones with a great clean finish, and the balance on it is just really perfect.
I think it's just like wine.
Holy shit, where did it come from?
He's a smooth talker, that Jamie Kent.
Yeah, you Googled it. You Googled that.
It's also a little oaky.
Put your...
What a cut up.
Man. Hilarious.
What a ham.
And accompanying Mr. Jamie Kent, please introduce your band.
Or introduce yourselves because it's 2016.
Yeah.
Thank you. And Trump is president, so I'll go first. My name is Reese Williams. My favorite color is purple.
And your sign?
Scorpio.
Totally.
And I love reds.
Wines?
Any reds. I like reds in general.
He was kind of just staring right at Amy.
Yeah, I mean, it was like reds.
I was actually looking at his shirt.
Oh yeah.
I think it was a combo platter
Well, I think
of my
maroon-
shirt and her hair.
Yeah.
And maybe not any of that, just her.
It's cool though. We're
I
all
like-
kind of in Amy's reds.
Reds.
Here
we go.
All your reds.
For all of you listening, Amy is a brunette.
She's actually blonde.
Oh my god.
And filling out the rest of the rhythm section,
Hi, I'm Dan.
Dan, favorite colors, signs?
Favorite colors: greenish, brownish, reddish, bluish, and my sign is yin yang.
Oh, I love it.
Did you say Yingling?
Yin yang.
Oh.
So tonight we have a big announcement, really, that Jamie. Well, and for just on an spectator personal note, I've gotten really weird about Jamie Kent's new album, All American Mutt. Is the name of the album?
Yeah.
So
Anne has known Jamie for a while now, and the record came out, and now she's like a super fan.
Yeah, it went from like our friend Jamie comes over and like he's
yeah,
like one of the rare rock stars who actually clears his plate and like cleans it off and helps cook dinner.
We
and
can't
stuff.
get rid of him.
Yeah, and I've always been like a regular fan of Jamie, but then this album came out and I'm really into it. So and it debuted number what on the Billboard chart?
Number 16.
Bam!
On the country chart.
Oh.
Woo!
Claps,
Shout
claps,
out
claps.
in Rolling Stone magazine as a country artist to watch.
Ironically, not to listen to, though.
Yeah,
I know.
What kind of watch? Like Tag Heuser or
Like an
Apple Watch?
Apple
or
Watch, yeah.
Oh.
Swatch.
Okay, Swatch Watch.
Swatch Watch. Okay, cool.
Rolex.
Oh,
Vintage.
Nice. That's nice.
Yes.
So
And this is the end of the tour that you guys are on now, right?
Yeah, we're-
Current tour.
Yeah, we've been on the road for about a month, going across country, through the south, up the west coast, and back across the middle, I guess.
Whatever the hell this
To
is.
Madison.
Yeah, and we're finishing up tomorrow night in Wisconsin, and then heading back home for the holidays to Nashville.
In addition to touring the new album, they have a beer. This is the first person that we know that has his own beer.
This is pretty freaking awesome.
Damn straight.
Right, so
we love
So here on Wine
alcohol.
Wars, we're going to be called
Beer
Beer
Wars.
Wars?
Right. Well,
okay.
you know, we are an
Or
equal
boars.
Boars?
Well, that actually
Boars.
feels right.
We are boars.
Wild boars.
I would say we're equal opportunity drunks, so we're all good for the beer as well. But before we get to the beer, why don't we have the guys play the title track off the album, and then we'll come back and talk about the beer.
What's the title track off the record?
It's called All American Mutt. Oh yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Reese Williams on this bass. Tell us where you're tuning in from right now. Dan Holmes on the cajon tonight. Oh, he's let his hair down. Uh-oh. Here we go. We got blue eyes and brunettes, rainbows and rednecks. If they were in the land of the free. We got Scottish, Jewish, Christian and Buddhist, and that's just the branches of my family tree. So here I stand in these streets, off as blood through this stream. Of many dreams that have been chased, I wear 'em on my face. This song calls from the jungle. Just call me an all-American mud. We got Republicans and Democrats. outsiders, lovers and fighters, footprints made by every kind of shoe. We may not only agree on the colors that we see, but they all make the band red, white, and blue. So here we stand in these streets, out of cans of blood and these streams. There are many dreams that have been chased. We wear them on our face. There's some cars from Nashville, but we just call us All American Mutts. Yeah, we're All American Mutts. Oh, I'm an All American Mutt. Yeah, baby, I'm an All American Mutt.
Oh yeah.
Funky.
We invited the Kool-Aid guy.
So I'd like to give props to Mr. Reese for that bass line on that tune.
Hot baseline.
And playing it on upright, that's a feat of strength.
Oh, it's
Any
hot.
musician will say.
Did you say fetus strength?
It's a feat. Well, he plays it with his feet.
Yeah. Well, I play with my feet and my computer. For those listening at home, that was all MIDI.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
Is
god.
that a music word?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
dog's
actually
house.
couldn't go to the bathroom because there was a big bass case in the hallway that I couldn't even step over because it was
pee in the
so
case?
big.
I thought she was like, I can't go to the
Story of
bathroom
my
because MIDI.
So instead she just went in the case.
That's why it's wet.
Sorry.
So All American Mutt Ale. Tell us a bit about that.
Or you want to tell us about the song and the ale?
Yeah, that's
At the same time, can you make it a metaphor of each other?
I'm pretty good at similes. I should try that.
Simile is
using
like
my
air
garage.
as.
Like it, yeah. So the song and the album will both have the same name, kind of inspired by my family and our country. We travel around 150, 200 days a year, playing tons of shows and meeting all sorts of cool and crazy people. And anytime we just talk about where we come from, I've always just responded that I'm a mutt, because my family's from all around the world, and I think that's kind of what makes us great and what makes our country great too. We're just a big melting pot of people with different ideas and different beliefs, and I think now, probably more so than ever, it's important to remember that and to love each other a little bit more with the craziness that is to come.
Amen.
Yeah, so the beer was sort of brewed with that inspiration in mind. It was brewed by our friends at the Nantahala Brewing Company right outside of Asheville, North Carolina, in Bryson City. And these guys have won a ton of Great American Beer Awards. They're so badass. And we've been playing shows. They have a brewery in an airplane hangar in the Smoky Mountains. And so we've been playing shows there for 3 or 4 years and became friends with them. And one drunken night after a show, they were like, "Oh, we want to do a collaboration beer with a band." And I was like, "Yes, please. Put me in, coach." So we kind of came up with the recipe together, and it's an American amber ale, kind of in the vein of a Yingling with kind of malt forward. But they're a kind of a baby brewery partner with Sierra Nevada, so they are able to use their torpedo technology, which is basically this little torpedo, I guess you could say, that you put stuff in and then you circulate the beer through at the end once it's finished. So it kind of flash infuses whatever's in the torpedo into the beer.
What did you put in your torpedo?
So we put Cascade hops, and then we also put Jack Daniel's whiskey staves.
Yeah.
So
from the barrels?
From the barrels, yeah.
Cool.
They chop the barrel up and put it in there. And,
Very cool.
So basically, it's a malt forward amber ale, but it's got a little bit of hop aroma and a little bit of smokiness to it. So the term we've been using, which I guess is probably appropriate for the music as well, is complex but approachable.
Oh, nice.
And I concur.
So should we raise a glass and try it?
Yeah, let's check this. Check out the All American Mutt Ale. Oh, how did you not get?
No, does
you
it
did
go?
get ale. It's right
I just want
there.
to make sure everybody has.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, how come?
Clinky, cheers.
How come the guys in the band don't have it?
No, they
Oh, Jamie, would you like to answer that?
What happened?
they've fulfilled their quota on this tour.
Had a little too much Mutt Ale.
No, I've had 0 actually.
Oh, double ouch.
I'm not allowed to have it. We're not allowed.
Yeah, bass players don't get it.
Wow.
So where can one?
You can
get your beer?
order online and have it shipped to your door at jamiekent.com/store.
Cool.
Will my Discover card work on that?
It sure will.
Diners Club?
Diners. Yeah.
YMCA cards are particularly accepted.
Will you take my Bed Bath & Beyond coupon?
Blockbuster.
No.
Not so Blockbuster.
If you have your hotel card, they have discounts on the back of that too.
This beer, the malt is definitely happening.
Yeah.
But now that you said about the Jack Daniels and the hops infusion,
Do you taste it now that he said it?
Well,
That's how observant he is.
definitely now that I've been told, I hear what you're saying.
That's okay. I'm not going to criticize that. Power suggestion.
That was a good observation.
This guy.
You know, that should actually be a
beer name.
beer store. Observation.
Copyright. Nobody take it. God.
But
we
I really like it. I wouldn't say it's like a Yingling.
No, it's true.
It's
But
like
just in terms of the color or the like.
I mean, it's a
The mouthfeel.
big, big bold Yingling.
Yeah, big.
If you're gonna go that way.
Yeah. It's not really like anything else I've ever had, which
Yeah,
is what I kind of dig about it.
Even though, like you said, you got the Jack Oak staves in there. It's not too.
No, it's like you only taste it
Oaky.
the first couple of
Sips.
I see what you did there.
Okay, it's not too oaky.
Yeah. The color is like if you had a Jack with ice in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It almost looks like a scotch.
Yeah.
It looks like a whiskey.
It's a frothy scotch.
Yeah.
Hey, we didn't mention that we also
my
have 2
favorite
special
thing.
guests and a live studio audience tonight. Andy and Lisa, hi and welcome.
Our intern.
Whoa!
Interns.
Interns Andy and Lisa, any thoughts on the beer tonight?
Okay.
Oh shit.
We have different taste buds.
He's drinking out of a
He's drinking
Pyrex.
whiskey out of
Trust
a measuring cup.
Anything you're hearing out of that guy, he's drinking good. What is it? Gentleman Jack out of a freaking
Pyrex measuring.
There's a reason.
measuring cup. How many milliliters are you in?
From 255 down to 125.
There's a reason.
And I've given half to Theo.
Yeah.
He's an angry drunk.
Well, feel free to join us tonight with comments, thoughts, feelings, expressions of love or distaste.
Unless they're bad about the beer.
And then,
Yeah.
and then you
Just
can
keep
go
those
fuck
to
yourself.
yourself. Yeah.
You can tell that the hop is dry. It's a dry hop.
Yeah, because I don't usually like hops, but I could drink a lot of this beer.
I'm right there with you.
And okay, so is
All
this?
beer has hops.
I know, but I'm just saying, like with the IPAs where it's really sharp and
Yeah.
forward, I can't handle it.
Yeah.
But this, I could drink a lot of that.
Pretty well balanced.
So your dry hops go on at the end. They throw them in right at the end, and you can taste it. It's a little different. It's a different kind of bitterness. When they infuse it through the torpedo, it's the same kind of different, and it's good. For people who don't like IPAs, don't worry about this. It's not the same.
I would say that the Sierra Nevada Torpedo IPA is pretty ballsy.
Yeah.
That is not a light IPA. So if you expect this to be hyper hoppy, that's not what this is.
Yeah,
It's still a little citrus aftertaste on it still.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that because I was thinking in the summertime, would it be sacrilege to put some orange wedge in there?
That'd be nice.
There's no judgment here.
Okay.
You do you.
Because like
The
when
most
we do.
important idea of the All American Mutt is to appreciate everyone.
Aww. My heart
But what
is
if
warm.
they suck? Are there any exceptions?
No assholes allowed.
Great.
It's not the All American suck.
Just don't ask us how we'd feel if Trump drank it.
How much did you guys make? How much was
We
brewed?
made 60 barrels.
That sounds like a lot of barrels.
Yeah. So
So when you,
basically
if you need to
double
get
that
rid
in
of a
kegs.
barrel,
I'll let you know.
I'll buy a kegerator. I'll put it right in there.
He's looking for an excuse. This is an ongoing conversation.
It's not a bad idea.
All right.
Thank you for sharing this with us.
Yeah.
It's really exciting that you
Thank
have
you
your own fucking beer.
I
Fuck
know,
yeah.
your name's on a beer bottle. I mean,
says-
how cool is that?
It says
Really
Jamie
cool.
Kent on the beer.
And it's a beautiful label. It's
Yeah.
very artsy
Wait.
and musical and rainbowy, and I love it.
Earlier, Jamie mentioned that there was an All-American beer here, and I thought, oh, that's so perfect because the name of your song is All-American Mutt. Like, that's really cute. And then I actually looked at it, I'm like, oh, you have like a beer for you. Like, I didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
That was really.
I don't know where she was on that. I think I've told her about it a few times.
That's all good.
But I don't think I realized. Well, whatever.
Actually,
I probably wasn't listening.
It was really made for Theo and the mutt. But...
If Theo had told me, I would have paid attention.
Yeah.
So does that bring us into the theme of our show with our wines?
So yeah, since Jamie was coming through our neck of the woods, Jason was chatting with me today, and we were trying to figure out an idea for the show, and we said, well, if All American Mutt beer, let's just do a bunch of American blends, same kind of mentality in the wines. So we got a couple wines that are different blends.
Wine mutts.
Wine mutts, exactly. And that's very often in wine, you're going to have a blend. It's actually pretty rare to get a single varietal wine, unless like Pinot Noir, things like that, are going to be a lot more single. And even then, you might mix a little bit of something in to fill it out with the backbone. So, I'd like to hear the guys play another tune, and then maybe we can come back and start talking about some wine and Star Wars.
Kind of put us in the mood,
Yeah.
kind of like
Set
tickle it a little bit.
set us up a little bit, like
Yeah.
fondle.
Yeah, just a little
right.
slap and tickle. So what other song do you want to play for us here, Mr.
Something
Jamie?
ballsy, fondle,
Get it?
or something nice.
What do you guys feel? Do you want something to chill your way into
Sure.
this wine?
Yeah.
All right. We'll do a song of ours called "Safe."
Ooh. Well, let's hear it.
All right.
I'm in.
Oh, do you find your way? I'm gonna hold your place. I will keep you safe. Hey there, Daisy with sunlight smile. Shine your loving on me a while longer, till the clouds are gone. Well, I see a spark in your deep blue eyes. Follow that star, it'll steer you right always. It'll guide you home. Oh, do you find your way? I'm gonna hold your place. I will keep you safe. And hey, little man, how quick you grow, from an acorn to a mighty oak. I know, gotta let you go. Watched you rolling through the autumn leaves. Now you're standing on your own 2 feet. I hope you keep me close. And oh, do you find your way? I'm gonna hold your place. I will keep you safe. Oh, do you find your way? I'm gonna hold your place. I will keep you safe. I will keep you safe.
Hey,
Come on, Bup.
Jamie, you're clapping for yourself.
Oh.
He got caught up in the excitement.
I know, it is exciting.
But for real, it's a beautiful song.
Yeah, and the harmonies are very fat bottom girlsy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's what we were going for.
Those are my favorite girls.
We are really fat bottom.
So our first red blend we are trying, and we're doing. You said they're all American because
Right.
All American Mutt. So our first red mutt is Trentadue, Old Patch Red TM. I think it's interesting they put the TM right there on their label. The French don't do that. The French play.
don't trademark things.
Well, they just play it a little more cool in terms of like
Yeah, that's
TMing
really
right on
tacky.
the label. It's a little
Right there?
lame.
Little
I think
gauche.
that it's probably American.
But their whole thing is just a little more laid back. Lot number 42, it says right on the front. Red wine, North Coast.
North coast of what?
California.
So
Gyersville?
It's
Anyone know
Alexander
that?
Valley. Yeah, and it is a.
I don't know where that is. Honey, you didn't do me.
Well, just wait. It's gonna be
Let him
real
drink a
good.
little more wine.
There it
I'm gonna
is.
go ahead and say
There
the
it
wine.
is.
Hold on.
There it is.
I'm gonna say the winemaker is definitely a mutt. His name is Miro Chokolov.
Chocolat.
Chocolat.
That sounds like a song we need.
So being that this is a wine, a blend, what do we got in it?
So it's 72% Zin, 19% Petite Syrah. Yeah. And 9%
Carignan.
Carignan. Yeah.
Which is
I
rum.
prefer Grand Syrah.
Well, that's not how Syrahs work, bro.
Oh.
Oh, we just all learned something.
Que Syrah.
So you got a California. Well, Zin is California's wine,
Getting Zen.
which actually comes from Croatia, I believe, originally the grape. But then the Carignan and Petite Syrah.
Don't
Petite
throw up
Syrah-
on the podcast, bro.
Okay, wait. What grape comes from Croatia?
So Zinfandel, I believe originally comes from Croatia.
This
It's-
dude, the winemaker. I think he's from Eastern Europe.
So.
Could be. Google him. The California is very well known for Zinfandel. Not a lot of other regions in the world grow Zin, so it's really California's grape. But here he's thrown in some French grapes on top of that with the Carignan and Petite Syrah. So, special guest Jamie, since you really only got to talk about the oakiness in the prior episodes, how does this hit you?
Plummy.
You know, that's not a bad adjective, really. Big fruit.
Big dark fruit.
Yeah, big
Wait,
dark
were you
fruit.
just talking about Petite Syrah, though?
No, just the
Flavor
the
profile.
flavor profile of the wine in general. So it's pretty. So California would be, in general, be pretty fruit forward, and it's sugary, high alcohol,
Jammy.
high. So it'll be more friendly to the American palate, if you will, because it's like kind of a little bit more sugary than it probably should be.
So you're saying because this goes really well with a McDonald's McDouble.
Right. So
Yeah.
the salt in the McDouble will be offset by the sugary of the Zinfandel.
And the sesame seeds on the bun, that's really going to pair well.
Yeah.
Drink it with a
What about the
straw.
special sauce? Does it go well with the legs?
I mean, I always think so.
Great.
It does have some serious legs, P.S.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that because of the sugar?
That's actually it's an
Alcohol.
indication of high alcohol.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which is
Which
a
would make sense
California
with
thing.
a California.
So you guys are close to being sommeliers.
No. We're closer to being from Somalia than Somalia.
Yeah.
Sommeliers.
We're good at Google. I learned about our winemaker. He's from northern Bulgaria.
Well, there you go.
Nice.
Yep, and that region of the world has, they claim, and this is just on their website, they claim to have millennia of winemaking history. So, just throwing that out
As
there.
long as it's not millennials of it.
That's
Am I right,
No
Scott?
millennials.
Am I right? I'm totally right.
I think Jamie is a millennial too.
Scott-
Definitely these two.
You guys, I'm really sorry because I made
Yeah.
a personal commitment to be
youngest.
nicer about millennials because they have to save us.
And you know who else is a millennial? Your beloved Theo.
Don't say mean things about Theo. Perfect. Except for his digging during the podcast.
I think that's actually very cute.
Thank you.
He's hunting.
Theo's the only doodle on the planet. Well, I don't know if that's true, but
There's
he-
other doodles.
Yeah, but he likes pistachios.
With sea salt.
Yeah, it's got a.
Wow, very elevated palate for your dog.
If your doodle also enjoys a good sea salt pistachio, please write us at winewarspodcast@gmail.com.
Or hit us up on Twitter at Wine Wars Podcast.
Or Uber.
We are not on
As
Uber.
Jason's been advertising, I noticed at the end of our podcast.
Yeah.
Sometimes I drink a lot and I don't know the catchphrases like Uber or Twitter or Facebook.
We're on Lyft. We're not on Uber.
Oh, okay.
Or internet.
Yeah. Follow us on TV. I don't know. What is that?
You on Netflix yet?
Yep.
You can download us now. Save us to go.
Are you on Windows Media Player yet?
No.
We're
I
on
fucking hate Windows.
we got a couple on real-time audio.
Oh yeah.
Does he? I'm sorry. Bill,
Do you
huge
think
fan.
Bill Gates likes Star Wars? Probably. He's kind of a
Of
dork.
course he likes Star Wars.
Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry I
Yeah, I'm
asked.
pretty sure.
This is common knowledge.
It's not like I don't like Windows. It's the media player that I like.
Oh yeah, it's all.
Did you hear me like reverse?
Yeah, you got right out of your hole there.
I reverse Gates. But I mean.
Provided the operating system for the Death Star.
Oh.
That's a good segue.
That was actually a Linksys.
How does this wine compare to Star Wars?
It kind of reminds me of Return of the Jedi, very woodsy.
Oh.
Earthy.
It has the smell of an Ewok. That's really good.
Since the 80s.
You should put that on your resume,
pretty
Ian.
awesome.
Anne's been blowing people away with that since 1983.
And
Is that what won you over?
What's apart from other candidates?
She's giving me a
that's not the noise you
That's
make
the
when
mating.
It's got very weird. This room got very weird.
It got a little too real. That happened for you.
Can you do the sound like when one of the Ewoks finds the dead Ewok?
No,
And it's just like,
pretty good for a first try.
yeah.
Hey, Trentadue, the wine that we're drinking.
Mm-hmm.
Any more thoughts or reflections? Because I feel like we left that.
I mean,
I like it. How much
So-
is it?
$13.99 at Steve's Liquor.
Do it.
I'm at the for
Hi.
$13.99.
Did Steve tell you to do that?
Steve.
It reminds me of my swing set.
Flight of the Conchords.
Yep.
Took me a minute.
There you go.
Tag
Swing
There
set
you
from
go.
when you were a kid swing set or
My current swing set.
the one you have in your bedroom?
Yes.
Okay.
That's a sex swing.
No, it's just no.
Yeah, what
A
kind of
regular
No.
swing set in an adult bedroom.
Yeah.
Indoor or outdoor?
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
He sleeps in a tiki hut.
Cool.
I would say just overall solid little blend
I like it. Yeah.
for $13.99. Good value.
This is what and Spectator. There were the not so good wines like the Sutter Homes and the individual thinners, but then this was the next blends, kind of sweet, really full. Like it fills your whole face with its flavor.
I think this would be great on like a summer picnic.
But and it's also really good, like if your husband's in Chicago selling things and you're at home alone having popcorn and you're eating it in bed and you're watching Real Housewives.
Tell me
This is
about
a
it,
real,
sister.
Yeah.
What about Gilmore
Or
Girls?
2 nights ago when I was watching 9 to 5, I have to get on the Gilmore train. I mean,
yeah.
I'm not on
it
that
was
train.
like,
I
No,
don't
you
get
don't.
it.
People lost their minds
Oh yeah,
about Gilmore
my
Girls.
fiance Bonnie is like halfway through binging the Gilmore Girls on Netflix, and
The whole entire there's like 9 seasons, right?
I think what it is, it's like this mother-daughter warm. I had a female friend explain it to me, and it's like it brings up all of the warm memories of her mother. It's just like this warm, like blanket where you can just kind of like shut your brain off and just dive right in.
that sounds like this wine.
It is similar to this wine.
Ooh. Trentadue 2014 Old Patch Red, $13.99. I say it's a buy.
It's great.
Trentadue, definitely
Trentadue.
do.
And,
Wait,
Alright.
do you clap at the end of each
No,
line?
No, but we should.
we can start. Oh.
Thanks for participating tonight on the Wine Wars podcast.
Come on, Buck.
So do we have more wines for drinking?
One last note. This is a gateway kind of wine, I think.
Yes.
Like, this is a good wine that could be All right, for $13.99, that might get me more interested in wine because
It's
I'm
interesting.
American.
It's got complexity to it.
Yep.
It's interesting. It's not just fruit. It's not just jam.
Yeah.
Do you taste French in it?
Yeah, it smells a little earthy, like Reese was saying. The woodsiness. I think that's coming
that's
from
where
your
the Ewok
petite
came
Syrah.
from.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I'm there.
All right, we got one more wine, maybe one more song. So the last wine we have here is a Saint Laurent.
Saint Laurent.
Saint Laurent. Saint, or as one might say, Saint Laurent. Winery. This is a 2012. It's called the Lucky Red. This is from Columbia Valley, Washington
I was
State.
hoping you would say Washington, Scott. I was hoping.
Oh, I love Washington.
Have we been here?
Did we go to this
No.
place?
No.
Are you sure?
No.
I don't think so.
I don't know if you've had a chance to smell this or not, but it has a bizarre smell to me.
Anus?
Bizarre.
Anus.
Jason.
I always get it wrong.
It's star anise.
This smells exactly like Washington.
God, what is that?
I was just in
smell?
Washington and it
Spicy.
was beautiful.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, whatever.
Oh, it's beautiful.
So whatever you say.
So this is a 55% Cabernet Sauvignon, 40% Syrah, and 5%
Hated it.
Merlot.
Jason hates Syrah.
Right. So again, it's a French Bordeaux grapes Syrah that's going to be Rhone.
If you hadn't told me this was Washington, I would have said French.
I would not have. I would have said.
Oh,
This
it's
is definitely-
skunky like a French wine.
Saint Laurent smells like poop.
Smells like the skunk.
I don't get a whole lot of skunk on it though.
Yeah, no.
No.
Put your nose in it.
Like a skunk's dirty paws, like the mud between a skunk's
So a
paws.
dog's
You know how
paws,
you always smell the gum
You know
between
when
a
you're
skunk's
hanging
paw?
out with a skunk, right? And you grab his little leg.
Haven't you
And you're
seen
like,
that video?
oh no, you don't. And you smell his little
And you
paws.
smell his feet.
Yeah.
You smell in between the skunk's toes. That's what it smells like. I think.
Hey, you guys, Theo's toes smell like Fritos.
I think that's a dog thing.
You're smelling your dog's toes too much.
It smells great. You think?
Yeah.
Once is one too many times.
I kind of feel that way. I've never, I live with 3 dogs.
Is that poop? Nope. Fritos.
I had a
Theo?
Makes me like a chili dip.
I had a buddy who worked construction, and this like a iron rebar thing came on and cut his toes off, and then he had Fritos. Free toes.
He was down to free toes. Cut off 2 of his toes. Down to free toes.
His toes were free.
You guys, I get it.
Oh, I see that.
10 years
There's that way too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
was a great
It works
joke.
on a lot of levels.
Yeah.
It's 10 years in the
make that up?
penitentiary, Scott.
You had that in the hopper.
No, that was.
No, that's his joke. He tells that at every dinner party.
I've been waiting for you to say Fritos for 2 years on this podcast.
Hey, Jamie, did you have any of this Saint Laurent?
Oh yeah, take a whiff and give us some adjective.
So this seems like a French wine to me.
See, Reese looks.
Is it
Like,
'cause
he
of-
acts like he doesn't know wine.
Is it
but
because
he
of the
knows wine.
name?
Saint Laurent.
Yes.
Dan, are you a wine guy?
This one tastes like a new leather coat mixed with Elvin Jones playing a drum solo in the back of my throat.
He is fucking spot on.
Hired right now. Wow.
The newest member of the Wine Wars
Do you
podcast.
think Wine Wars should just close up shop?
I think one of us
Like,
is.
I don't
We gotta
know.
vote one of us off the show.
Yeah. The worst member of The Voice. Me.
So the Saint Laurent Lucky Red, $12, $12.99.
Wow.
I'd say it's a buy. I like anything from Washington. I'm pretty biased on loving.
This is a pretty sophisticated Washington wine, though. Maybe
don't
it's compared to our last wine, which was
Maybe.
pretty sweet, big alcohol, American palate ready. This is a little bit more like
Kind of softer.
More refined,
delicate.
softer. Yeah, it's not the nose is lighter.
Earth.
And
Is
the-
it, wait. Is there Merlot in it? Or is it
No.
all cab?
5% Merlot.
I'm not drinking any fucking Merlot.
I know.
55 cab, 40 Syrah,
You're
5 Merlot.
gonna have to spit out that 5%.
I spit it in my beer wine spittoon.
Yeah.
You guys seen Sideways?
If you're gonna spittoon into this.
Yes.
Do you get asked that every time you do this podcast?
We've done an episode
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, about it.
About Merlot, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought
and
about Sideways.
Sideways, yeah. That actually affected Merlot sales for like 3 years. They
Seriously?
did. Yeah.
And jacked up the price of Pinot Noir.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And also jacked up the price of Paul Giamatti movies.
Exactly. Paulie.
Yeah.
Is this our last wine?
Yes.
Have I had enough wine?
Seems like.
Well, we only had 2 bottles.
Well, this is
There's a little more left in here.
5th bottle.
Stop it. By 2, did you mean 5?
2 types.
Yeah.
2 times.
And a beer.
And beer.
True.
So, yeah. Last time.
It's funky. It's good.
Last time we had Mr. Kent on the show, it was prior to The Force Awakens being released.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm interested to hear his and other opinions on the movie. And I want to get a poll, unanned poll of their thoughts on Rogue One.
Like from everybody or just the band?
From the band first. Yeah.
Force Awakens. Go.
Force Awakens?
Like?
Good answer.
I really liked...
Poe.
Oh my god.
Poe Dameron.
Just asking.
Yes, I felt like...
He was super hot, right?
Yes.
Let the man answer the question.
Because
a lot of Bothians died to bring Jamie Ken here. Let him talk.
Yes,
Did it
okay.
leave you
I
wanting
really
Mopo?
personally, my favorite part of the movie was when Captain Jean-Luc Picard made his triumphant return.
thanks for bringing
But
that
then
Fired.
but then they killed him.
No, that was
Fired.
Star Trek.
Done.
That was Star Trek.
I loved BB-8 and I fell asleep through the rest of the movie.
back. You only
No,
saw
you
it one
didn't.
time?
No, I saw it 3 times.
Okay. You fell asleep through it all every time.
Every time. I
No.
really wasted a lot of money that week. No, I loved it.
Yeah.
Although I do feel like it was just like a reboot of A New Hope.
Yeah.
Which,
But I'm not complaining.
right.
I'm just saying.
It's a good version of it. It's a it's a
Yeah, it's like it kind of... I'm okay with that being redone and it not being just like, hey, A New Hope. We're doing it again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we got to.
Yeah, I will say that I feel like it was incredibly entertaining, but I felt like a tad bit masturbatory.
Yeah. Well, that's because you had what's his face as the bad guy.
Kylo Ren.
That's why you think it's masturbatory?
Oh,
You hate that
I
guy?
want to jump in and
I
say...
love that guy.
But here's the question,
pretty
though.
cute.
On a music relation, though.
Yeah.
On a music relation, when you hear a new album from a new artist, do you want it to sound just like your favorite album by them? Or do you want them to take a chance and go in a different direction?
I go both ways on this. I flip
Uh-huh.
both ways,
Yeah.
and it really, I think that's a personal taste thing.
Yeah.
But when
I think
when
the general
Tom
public
Petty,
is wanting you to give you the same shit every time.
when Tom Petty evolved, I loved all of his older stuff, but it's really easy to copy what you've done.
You hope that it gets greater the next time. At least as a fan, I always hope that the next record will be better than the last, but it's never that way.
Right.
And here's what's
Rarely.
bad. When you take that one little thing that you heard people liked about that one song you did and you copied it, you get Jar Jar Binks.
Right.
Hashtag
Don't
Lumineers.
Right. Well,
Yeah, don't do that.
For me on this record, it was like on this movie, it was like the production of the record got better, but the songs weren't as good.
So how often when...
Oh, you just blew my
That's true.
mind.
Yeah.
You know?
The writing was okay.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't have the magic.
Right.
But granted, when you look back at those older Star Wars movies, like, the plot was great, but, like, the acting's not
No.
excellent. And
That's true.
And I would say, like, the writing is a part of that to a certain degree. Like, the actual dialogue, it, like, adds to that. Whereas
At that time, though, do you think it was?
No, because there's movies from that era that are amazing.
That was a
Have
low
great
budget
acting.
movie.
Yeah.
And it was a
That's
low
true.
budget movie that people were no one involved in it was like, we're doing this thing. It's really
That's
cool.
true.
They're all like, we're doing this thing.
Harrison did it just
Yeah.
because he just
He was
didn't have
in a-
anything else to do.
he
You're
was
like,
in a-
children
well, he
for 40 years will have sleeping bags based off this movie.
Yeah.
No,
He was a
I didn't
carpenter.
know.
Right.
Well, no, by that time he had already been in American Graffiti.
Yeah, but he was still working as a carpenter. Like
Really?
he wasn't full time acting yet.
Han Solo?
Han
Yeah.
Solo.
And then he just did it as a favor for George. He did line
He's
readings.
like a hot carpenter, though.
Sure.
He's a wicked
I mean,
I live in
You'd
Billboard
hire that
I mean,
carpenter.
he's the Jesus of Star Wars. We all know.
So, with that in mind, what are your thoughts on Rogue One?
I mean, they had to set up a whole generation of. All right, we have to hand this off somehow, right? So let's bring back the classic favorites and hand it off to a new generation. So they had to kind of tell this story in a way that is going to make sense to a new generation. Give us new heroes. They had to.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So Scott, you're pretty excited. We're at T-minus what? It's pretty soon here. It's happening.
As time of recording, it comes out at 14. At this time, in 14 days, people will have seen.
And
Rogue
you
One.
got my ticket right.
We will be seeing in 16 days. Yes, you have a ticket. So
Thanks,
from time
Scott.
of recording, from the time this episode drops, the following Saturday, I think.
Drops, guys.
So, all right,
Well, what's
it's
Rogue
happening. Like it or not. Like it or not.
There are people at this table who are like, I will not watch anything on it. They have not seen trailers, right?
What?
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything from it.
Yeah.
Good for you.
How did you manage that? Oh, it's because you don't have Twitter.
You know why? Because I have some self-control. No, I have zero self-control, actually. But mostly it's just that when I've seen it, I'm just like, I'm not going to watch that.
He's watching it right now.
I don't know what to say. I mean, I'm excited to see it. I bet it'll be fine. That's all I can say about it. I honestly don't even know what's going to happen in it.
Good.
Well, throw it to Anne. 2 strong female characters in each of the recent Star Wars movies.
Wow, what do you think about that?
I hope that's what actually happens. I feel like it's going to be a lot of like, blah, 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 blow it up. Give us your money. We'll have another one for you shortly for you to give us more money for. But we'll see.
I'm sorry, but
I hope it leaves me wanting a Rogue 2.
what about there will no
What about
there will
Rogue
no be
4?
Rogue 2.
Will there be a Rogue 3?
There will be a Rogue 3, but not a Rogue 2, yes. Okay.
I'm hoping for the me so misunderstood, the Jar Jar Binks story.
You know what would be great is if it was produced.
That was the first high five on Wine Wars podcast.
If it was done like as a VH1, but
Behind the scene,
Yes.
behind the music of Jar Jar Binks.
Be so understood.
Seems like he should have his own show on the Cooking Network.
Yeah.
Me so understood. Today we'll be making miso soup again.
Lots of
Hey, Jar Jar, do you know any other recipes?
no.
This show's perfect for people who love miso soup and have insane Alzheimer's.
Well, I don't think we can top that.
Nope, that's a wrap.
So
I'm going to
what's-
close this bitch up. This has been your Wine Wars podcast for this week. Please check us out on Uber, Twitter, Facebook.
DirecTV.
Christian Mingle.
AOL Instant Messenger.
FarmersOnly.com.
Wonderlist, my favorite app.
farmers only.
Rate and review us on iTunes. That would be greatly appreciated. But I think to finish this up, we'll have the band play one more tune. You want to tell us about the another song you want to play here, Mr.?
We're going to play another song off the new album. It's called Diamond.
Diamond.
I love this one.
Yeah, this might be my hidden fave.
Ooh.
I like this one.
All right. Well, we'll do that. Thank you guys for coming and chatting with us. Thank you for the beer.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Interns, Andy and Lisa, thank you for all you do that we don't pay you for.
Oh, we're getting paid.
And next episode, next week, we'll have seen Rogue One. So,
booyah.
Okay, folks. So until next time, please remember,
It's just grape
juice.
I know you pray for a house on the ocean, but today I'm just hoping that you stay right here and make a home with me. I know it seems we're hard up for money, but at least we our song. Oh, and one of these days I'm gonna buy you a diamond. One of these days I'm gonna buy you a diamond. Until then, well, I'ma be a girl's best friend.
One, two, three, four. Wine Wars.